Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha, Bachal Eira Online Smicha. I want to discuss another halacha that's mentioned in Tzavas Rabbi Yehuda Chassid. This one is also brought in the Ben Ish Chai and the Kaf HaChaim. Rabbi Yehuda Chassid says that a person should never block. The word is not block, because there are ways you are allowed to block. You're not allowed to close off a window or a door. If there was a window somewhere, you can't close it off. If there was a door somewhere, you shouldn't close it off. And the reason is, Shalayaziku Hashedim. The Shadim found, the spirits, the bad spirits, found themselves a pathway of how to come in and go out. And when you shut the window and shut the door, you're cornering them. You're not letting them do their route. This is Rabbi Yehuda Chassid says, unless you leave a hole, you don't completely stuff it up. If you leave a hole, then that's fine. The Gemara in Maseches Chulin Daf Kufhei Amid Beis, that the Gemara actually says a story of a shed, of a demon that because it was cornered, it didn't have its space to go walk around, broke the barrels that it was in that room because he was locked in. So Rabbi Yehuda Chassid says the only way is if you leave a space. In some of the Achronim it says this is only if you actually remove the hinges, you completely remove the doorpost and you just close it off and make as if it's non-existent. There was never a door there and there was never a window there, then it's an issue. But if you're leaving the frame, you're leaving the framework. Obviously the Shadim don't walk the way us humans walk. They have a different way of walking. If you don't take off the frame, you're just stuffing it. You're stuffing meaning you're just filling in the place where it used to be a glass, especially if it's only temporary. A lot of places can say that's not a problem. Another thing is to close off completely the door and the window, that's an issue. But if you leave it as is, you're just building something from the outside over it to close it up. So, but you didn't stuff up the entrance of the door of the wall or the window. That's also not a chash. Mentioned before that even if you're stuffing it up, if you leave a hole, a small hole, then you gave the spirits some way as passage. There is no sakana. The minig is that what you do is you leave a small pipe, a small tube in that hole, and once you make that small tube and you close up the rest, then even this tube you could close up from both sides. That's mentioned in a trick that they do. It says that the Tzemach Tzedek, in the house of the Tzemach Tzedek, when they were closing up a place where there used to be a door, or used to be a window, they would put in that cement or whatever they used, they would put in like a small pipe, a small tube, and made sure that the two ends stayed open. And once everything was closed, they actually covered the two ends too. In Sefer Chasidim, the question that's discussed, is this only for somebody? Is it the Rabbi Yehuda Chassid who says that should not be done? Is that dangerous for the people living in the house or for the people doing it? The builders who are building it. So this is a discussion in Achronim, how it should be done. There are those that say that even if you didn't do it, if you happen to be in a house that there used to be a window or a door that was closed down, some say that's a danger you should be concerned about. And some say no, especially if it's already covered for a very, very long time, you could assume that they're out and they're gone.